Hi, Sandy here. Today I'm going to play with my glue book. I've already gathered stuff together, so I'm ready to go. I've got this nice picture of an elephant. Get that glued up. I'm using this piece of paper that sometimes I go out in the garage and I lay down an old bedspread that I use when I paint walls and stuff, and I get some computer paper and watercolors and I just splatter them and make patterns, and I like to have these as backgrounds on some of my glue book pages. Now most of it's going to get covered up, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. So then I saw this, a walk in the park. Elephants going out for a walk in the park, more or less. And I think I had that like over here. Yeah. Wait a minute, I did this wrong. Add a little more glue. I think it's pretty sticky. Put it on this side. Yeah. Okay, because I've got this to go right here on this bottom corner. And these will go be bound in a book. Okay, this says wild about birds, so I've got a picture of a bird. Just going to put this right here. And then I've got this. I save so much stuff. I've been collecting clothing tags. My daughter's boyfriend takes her and buys her expensive clothes. Not real expensive clothes, but a lot more expensive clothes than I buy her. I'm the one who's got to send her to college. And so I've been saving tags, and not just from that, from Walmart and whatever. And I call these clusters. I didn't invent them. A lot of people make them. So I'm going to glue this on. That glue stick is done. So it goes right here. Then I've got a birdhouse. This is just going to be, I make themes for my glue books. My favorite is Victorian, but this is random. Randomness is fun for using up lots of stuff that, what the heck am I going to do with that, you know? And I've got this. I actually, she fell out of my book of people when I was looking for people, and for my other pages I have ready to go, and I thought, shoot. Just put it on the page. Alright, that page is done. And then I also did this page previously. Okay, last night I made all of these, and it really took me like half an hour. And I think I made like 25 of them. These are just clusters to fill in some space on the occasional scrapbooking page, or if I could use my scrapbook page too, the glue book pages. And it was easy because I went through and I grabbed a whole bunch, like 25 clothing tags. And then 25 little squares of paper and 25 circles and 25 pieces of ephemera. This is ephemera. This is ephemera. And then I glued those 4 pieces together and I added a flower or a butterfly. It was really pretty simple. And they look pretty cool. It's, you know, it's good for filling in some space on your glue book page. As if I don't have enough stuff. Okay. And I haven't been using them much, but I'm trying to use them more today. I don't want them on every page. That's a bit much. Alright. Now, I've got this pretty garden. This piece of paper, my daughter in college, she's going to be a teacher, and I think she has to come up with, you know, crafts and things for the kids. And not that she's been with any kids yet, but she will be. And she made this shaving cream with watercolor. I think watercolors or paint. I think maybe paint. Shaving cream, and she made several different sheets of it. I think she started with colored construction paper, and whatever she did, and I know my mom will like that for her glue books. Yes, Mom does like that. So she gave it all to me, and I had to trim it down to 8.5 by 11 because glue books, I mean, yeah, well, construction paper is a little bit larger than I'm not sticking that down yet because I want this car to go underneath of her, but I wanted her legs to go underneath of this chicken. So I get everything down in the correct order. This is a vintage car. I bought a book of vintage cars, and I've got hundreds of them. So I have plenty of cars. Okay, now we can... Uh-oh! I just tore her legs. We don't care. We don't care a bit. Okay, now she's stuck down. Get that off my fingers. And I'll keep this wet washcloth on my desk sometimes because my fingers get sticky with the glue. Alright. Now this, that's ephemera. That comes from my scrapbooking supplies on a 12 by 12 sheet that I cut apart. You know, and I'm just using totally random, unrelated things just to make an interesting page. Okay, and then one time I got somebody gave me a flower catalog where you can order seeds or bulbs or whatever, and I cut out all of the flowers, and then I stuck them on scraps of colored paper, and have these little embellishments to decorate stuff. I can put them on my scrapbook pages or whatever. They're not acid free, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that page is done. Oh, you know, I was a little worried about these sticking on the soapy page from the shaving cream, and I haven't had a problem until just now. Because I already did the back side. It seems to be sticking pretty good. And here I added just some tags. It's not one of my clusters. And that's going to go next to this one. We got Crunch and Munch and Ding Dongs. Just a fun little page. Okay, now... It's on the back of this. Oh, okay. So, and I always have to think, this is going to be in the fold. And I added these. It's got puffy parts on them, so it can't go in the fold when I bind my book. So here's this picture of a school bus and like flea market stuff. I just happened to like that picture. It had a lot of interesting elements to it, I think. And then I've got this to fill in some space down here. Just a piece of scrapbook paper. So the binding is going to go, it's going to get bound on this side, so I avoid putting too much over there. Okay, and a yellow bird on a yellow page, what the heck? And then I've got this little scrap, came with some scrapbooking supplies I bought from the thrift shop. Don't know what I'd ever do with it. This is exactly why I started doing glue books, to use up all of these odd bits and pieces that otherwise, what would I do with them? Okay, and I've got this, and it's going to go like there. I think this is from Birds and Blooms. And I'm going to leave this yellow space here. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay. I can't have this in the binding because it'll get messed up. Right. So I like my little clusters. I do. Now the back side of this piece of paper, yeah, I showed it to you. I made Franken paper. And so I don't want a lot of stuff on this page. She was in a magazine with the top of her head cut off, so she's got to go at the top of the page. And then I've got this house and a car. Like I said, I got a lot of cars. And then one of my clusters. Yeah, we're gonna use a lot of clusters. So I don't want much on here. I want my Franken paper to show. Of course, I'm gonna have to cover up some of it, but I want my Franken paper to show. I think I need to get her glued on before I press down the top of that house, because I want her legs underneath the house, not on top of the house. Okay, get her even with that. Oh yeah, she's fine. I have this circle punch, and I like to punch out circles with my scraps sometimes. But then, what are you going to do with the circles? And I do use them, but I do have a lot of them. All right, another page done, both sides. All right. What have I got going here? Oh, okay. I had the lady and stuff on this yellow sheet of paper because I can't stack up put the stuff on both sides of the paper when I'm stacking out. Now this one, I got this out of an old magazine. I think that's Warren Beatty with a dog. Looks a little bit like my dog. And sometimes you just don't need much on a page. And I like this. When I flip through my book, I'm just going to say, oh, that just makes me smile. And that's, to me, that's the purpose of glue books. To be creative and look through your books and see things that make you smile. Another one of my watercolored base pages. Got a lot nice going on here, but unfortunately that's going to be in the binding. And then I got this blank area here, so I just tore a piece of paper. It's construction paper. And I like the torn edge, so I want to make sure that shows up good. Put that right there. And then I've got this cluster. I had previously made some clusters, and I've been trying to use them, and I wanted something small here, so the ones I made last night were not going to work really well. So this one will go here. Has covered up the dog's ear just a little bit, but that's okay. And we're going to let our watercolor show. Look at that side. Alright. I've got this lady. Looks like she's in Hawaii or somewhere. I don't know. Looks like ocean behind her. I got glue on her face. I used this cutting board from Dollar Tree, and it's getting pretty full. Where's my other one? Oh, it's right there where it belongs. I'm going to get out the fresh one. It's getting pretty gluey. Okay. Now I've got this half a flower that was on the edge of a page. And I'm one of those people who likes to fussy cut their stuff in advance. I don't have everything already fussy cut, but I have a lot of stuff already fussy cut. Okay, this is actually going to go, wait a minute, that's the back side. She's going to go in the fold of the page. This is going to be here in all its glory. Right on the edge. I've got this cut out of a book. And I want that here. Uh-oh. The little thing is sticking off the top, so we got to cover up her head just a little bit. That's alright. Then I've got a dog to go right here. We don't have much of the watercolor showing through anymore, but we do up here. I know when I have several pages that I've created to use as a base for my glue books, and I know when I'm making them that for the most part a lot of it's going to get covered up. And that's that. Only four items on that page. So there's another page all done, both sides. Okay. Looks like this is going to be my last two-sided page. And here's another one of my daughter's shaving cream pages. This is a calendar from Dollar Tree. This year, not all of their calendars, but some of their calendars had a little mini calendar in the package with the full-size calendar, and I bought it only for one reason, to use the pictures. I got dogs and cats and butterflies. This is a bush that I cut out of a magazine. We're going to let the background shine through a little bit here. Well, this is sticking off the edge a little bit, so I have to cut that off. I think I'm one of the few people who does not use a pre-existing book. I'm a scrapbooker, and I make 8.5 by 11 pages. That's the only size I make. So when I started doing glue books, I'm like, I want to make these, and then I was going to put them in 3-ring notebooks and page protectors, and then I'm like, oh, I can't do that because I started out that way. But then after my first book, I'm like, man, that's going to take a ton of page protectors. So I watched a Shannon Green video about how to bind loose leaf pages. So if you're interested, look up Shannon. Go to YouTube and type in Shannon Green binding loose leaf pages, and she's got a pretty good tutorial. That's where I learned how to do this, how to bind my books. And I've got like 20 now that are finished. And then I love doing these scrapbooks. I've got like 4 that are finished. This is my Christmas one. And I'm going all out with this. I'm making it, it's got more pages than they usually do. And I've been working on this one. At Christmas time, in December, I was working on it. But I think I'll work on it maybe Christmas in July, or I don't know. But I'll get back to it. Alright, that page is done. Now, this is a page out of a children's book, and I could fussy cut that, but I don't want to. Oh, this is cute too, but I've turned over I like the chicks. I've already made my page, and it goes with the chicks. I'm not going to change my mind. And another dead glue stick. That's okay. I don't mind. Ugh. Okay. The binding is going to be over here, so that means the binding is going to be over here. So I want this on this side. And I've got this. I put them in, a lot of my stuff I put in binders on used paper, just with a speck of glue, and then I pull it off, and I tore that, pulling it off. But no one will ever know or care. goes here. Then I've got this pretty little sunroom. I like to use things like this for my Victorian pages, but I just grabbed it. Then I've got this robin's egg. I could cut it out, but I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to fill in some space down here with this. Then I've got this, and this sticker seems to want to come off. So I'm going to put some more glue on it. Oh, it's okay. So that's going to go here and cover up these words. And I honestly, it takes me just less than 5 minutes to pull together all the pieces for a page. I just don't like to think long and hard about it. I just throw it together. That's my style. Okay. This spring shop, I think that came on a kitchen towel that my mother-in-law likes to give us kitchen towels for Mother's Day and Easter and different holidays when we get together. So that's from the towel. And we are done for today. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.